I'll ask both of you this. What do you think of the people who aren't taking it seriously? This is a problem, Professor Grosselli, in Britain at the moment. We have been advised to keep 2 meters apart, to stay at home as much as possible. Some people aren't following that advice. What do you think of that behaviour?
It's like a collective suicide.
Collective suicide, did you say?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the forecast of the epidemiologists, and you know that if we leave this go, if we let this go like freely, we can expect more deaths than during the Second World War in Italy, for example. So here in Lombardy, we can expect something like 10,000, 20,000 deaths. So it's people have to know that the only way to cope with this is to change our behavior, is to follow social distances, is to stay at home, and to do the simple things that can really stop the spread of this disease. Otherwise, no matter how prepared you are, no matter how potent you are, no matter how modern is your healthcare system, sooner or later it will be overwhelmed, because the number of patients is so high and the length of stay in the ICU is so long that you will always, every day, have a higher number of patients going into the system compared to the number of patients going out of the system.
Okay.
So at a certain point, you will get to a point where the number of ICU beds will not be enough and people will start to die in the hospital and then at home. So I know that there's people who are not taking this seriously, but they will see. I mean, I'm sure you've seen what's happening in Bergamo. And clearly here in Lombardy, we've been, let's say, a little bit unlucky because we've been the first, and here it exploded like a bomb. I told this before. And so, when a bomb explodes, then you have to deal with what happens. But then you have at least a couple of weeks of advantage, and in those 2 weeks you have to do every effort to try to contain the disease as soon as you identify some cases, and you have to teach the population that the most important thing to stop this, to avoid really a catastrophe, is that people should change their behavior and to follow the rules. That's the only way.
I'm going to